everybody, welcome back to Detour Ahead, edited by me, Riley, edited by me and me alone. Demi Gloom, she's gone. She edited the next two because we time traveled, but she's gone. It's over. It's me now. It's all me. This beautiful audio that you're hearing, edited by me, Riley. And joining me is my wonderful co-host who does not edit the podcast. He just does the funnies. It's Colo Chew.
Yeah, hello, I'm here. Yeah. Hello, 16-year-old Riley from Detour Ahead.
16-year-old Riley from Peg and Colo are bored.
That's what you should have introduced yourself as hello, I am Peg, and you should have just did the Peg and Colo intro.
Yeah, you see, we joked about this earlier because I'm sick. I think my voice is like, it's fucked up, but yesterday it was, and the day before it was like cracking. Like I couldn't even like say full sentences without just turning into like just fucking straight up like a middle school puberty cracking. It was really bad. I had to cancel 2 podcasts yesterday because I just couldn't do it. Now my voice is fucked up, but at least it's a voice that can say words in a consistent tone. So I'm here to do a podcast. How you been, Colo Chew?
I've been good. We're getting a little bit of Drunko Chew tonight. I'm not drunk.
Ooh,
I'm like
it's
very
chew.
buzzed because I had a couple margaritas literally like I want to say half hour ago.
Tipsy Chew, let's go.
My sister's back. My sister was back in town with her boyfriend for the and it's been a minute since I've seen her. And my other sister is off at college studying for finals. So we decided that it would be a smart idea to go and snatch her up out of college and go to this Mexican restaurant and go get margaritas and food.
Let's go.
So we had a little sibling dinner, which was fun. They're always fun. And my sisters didn't want to drink as much as me and my sister's boyfriend. And I was the one who drove home. I didn't drive drunk. I'm not admitting to anything. I didn't do anything wrong. Just in case for some reason some random policeman's like, "Hey, I gotta go find this kid. He's driving drunk." No, I'm good. I'm buzzed, which is nice.
Yeah. Driving while buzzed is really, it enhances your skills, really.
No, I'm good.
It gives you like
I'm feeling good. I'm loosened
instinct.
up. It's fine. We're gonna have a great fucking episode.
No,
So
I'm sure
that's
we
what I
are.
did.
I'm not doubting your ability to podcast while drunk. I'm doubting your ability to
you
drive
can't.
while drunk.
Oh, believe me, I can drink a full bottle of wine and drive perfectly fine.
You can definitely podcast while drunk. My favorite podcast in the world was a podcast where they were drunk in like 80% of the episodes.
Anyway, so you get a little bit of Drunky Chew tonight. I'm going to talk a lot Drunko Chew. That sounds
maybe
better.
if we're lucky, he'll start doing karaoke on the floor before the night is over.
No, I'm not going to do. It's not floor drunk.
It's not floor karaoke drunk. We're not quite.
I don't think I will ever reach that level of drunk ever again. But
that is definitely like top of like the Colo Chew hit clips, like the funniest shit that has happened with you since
the
I've
funny
known
thing
you.
is nobody will that's lost.
That was not a podcast. That was just a private tabletop game between friends.
That's what I'm saying.
And nobody will ever hear it.
You and I can bring that up for however long we want, and nobody else will ever experience that.
You see, we're gonna recreate it because we're gonna do Pokemon Variety Hour tabletop soon, and I'm gonna make you like play a character in an episode. And I'm gonna make you get smashed before you do it.
You gonna buy my alcohol for me?
Yes, I will fund you getting fucked up.
Anyway, so the margarita mix we had, it was frozen, which was fucking amazing. We bought a pitcher. And their flavors were cherry, strawberry, pineapple, blue, and like a few other ones, but the blue was the only color that didn't was the only color. It was the only one that didn't actually have a flavor. It was literally just, you got strawberry, you got cherry, you got lime, you got pina colada, and you got blue.
Yes, blue, my favorite flavor.
So we got blue. It was good. It was good. So, as you guys know, this getting uploaded regular? Yeah, this gets uploaded on Wednesday.
Yeah, this will be uploaded on Wednesday, not on fucking Saturday like the last one, because I'm fast unlike Demi Gloom, unlike Demetria Hartwell Gloom, the son of a bitch. Can you tell I'm a little salty? Can you tell I'm just a tad salty about
I'm
Demi
surprised
Gloom
this one
leaving her
got cut
editing
though.
position?
You did tell me that this is like second priority. I'm surprised this got cut.
No, it's just because I know I can edit this one because there's like no transitions, no theme song, no nothing. I literally just have to like use a bot on Audacity and tweak the settings so that it's perfect for silence cutting. Demi Gloom showed me the hit clips, the tips and tricks, so I don't have to sit there and manually cut each silence for 3 hours like I used to.
Yeah. So this gets uploaded. Look, the fucking Detour Ahead timeline, is fucked. I'm not even gonna bother with like trying to be like, oh well, I don't know if I said this in a previous. I don't give a shit. I don't care. But yeah, as you guys are hearing this, I won't be on vacation yet, but I will be on vacation soon. So we
Yes,
got some time travel
yeah.
shenanigans going on,
Yeah,
just so we can backlog some
this
stuff.
is
But
yeah, just so you know, in case you were confused, it's a little easier to understand now. We can tell you that this episode 13, is being recorded after we did 14 and 15, which are coming out within the next 2 weeks. So that's an easy way to slice it as to compare it to how we explained it in the actual time travel episodes. So yeah, there we go. It's just we did those the next two already because Colo was leaving.
yep. But yeah. The YouTube channel will not take a hit. The YouTube channel will still have weekly uploads. I believe I'm either uploading on the 24th or I'm going to schedule it for the 25th. I'm not sure yet. I think I'm just going to keep to the Saturdays, but
yeah, I mean it's perfect for you that the 24th is a Saturday, and also the 25th. This podcast comes out. We already agreed on that, so you'll have YouTube content on Christmas Eve, and then on Christmas Day you'll have a podcast.
yeah. So I'm still trying to figure out the timeline of like what videos I want to do. I have two separate Christmas ideas that one has been recorded and one will be recorded possibly later.
It will be recorded later. The only possibly is if I don't show up, or I guess if Penguin doesn't show up.
Penguin did send me a confirmation. She did text me 11 o'clock. She texted me 11 ? And I go yes.
See, Penguin has several times texted me 11 ? Or 10 ? Or even 9 ? And then passed out before.
However, she texted me 11 ? At 7 o'clock. So at 7 o'clock, I text her about like an hour later. I go 11. She reads it and she just sent me a confirmation. Okay, so that's more than I've ever gotten. However, that is also 3 hours out.
That's true. That is very true. Many things could change.
It's hopeful that it's like, I don't know. But I also was like, I was talking to her the other night. I am gonna start playing Pokemon Violet, by the way.
Ayo.
Yeah, I want a Miraidon. I did this with Sword and Shield. I borrowed somebody's Shield copy and ran through it as quickly as possible. I think I beat the game in like 29 and a half hours. Beat the game as in I went and got the legendary and then transferred them over to Sword and then never touched Shield again. So I'm going to do that with Violet. However, this time I actually wanted to run like the most scuffed possible team, like the most possibly scuffed team in the world. Like
it's like the shittiest Pokemon you could find.
Absolute well, not all of them are bad, but as a team, you look at them and you go, "The fuck is wrong with you?" So the team is going to be this. This is the final team that I'm going to run through the game with. I'm going to breed them in Scarlet. and then do a couple trading shenanigans to get him over to Violet before I leave for vacation. I also have nicknames. Penguin helps me with the nicknames for these Pokemon. So I have a full team and nicknames all ready to go, ready to jump into the game.
Okay.
So we have Q-Tip, the Jumpluff.
Okay.
Dishrag, the Zangoose.
All right.
Scissors, the Bayonet.
All right.
Pillowcase, the Komala.
Okay.
Waffles, the Delibird.
All
And
right.
glue stick, the Dedenne.
Okay, you see, you had me in the first half, not gonna lie. Because those first 3 Pokemon you said, I was like, man, this is turning out to be a really like balanced to good team so far. And then you hit me with like Komala and Delibird, and what was the other one you said?
His name is going to be Glue Stick, and he's a Dedenne.
The Dene, okay.
It's not a good team. It's like a team of fucking idiots that are just like, yeah, we don't know how we got here, but we're just gonna go have fun. So my main reasoning for this is
See,
I really want to run
I
a
just want
jump
to
block,
say,
right?
I just want to say real quick, all you would have to replace on that team is Komala and Delibird for more decent things, and this would actually be a good team. More than half of this team is a good team. The Dene is good enough at the very least, and it's a balanced typing. All you'd have to do is replace Kamala and Delibird with some better things, and this team would be good.
Look, I really want to run a Zangoose on a team. I
Zangoose
also
is
want to
great.
run
Zangoose is
Jumpluff.
perfect. So is
I also
Jumpluff.
want Jumpluff is frail as shit. All right.
Jumpluff is frail, but it's fast and it's a status-setting monster. Well, I guess it might not be as good in Gen 9 as it was in Gen 2, but I will say that in Blastburn Radio, the best podcast ever, if you haven't listened to it yet, Colo, I don't know why. Everybody you know has been telling you for years that it's amazing. One of the hosts ran a Jumpluff for the whole game, and that thing was a fucking monster. It always used Sleep Powder and Leech Seed to deadly effect, and that combo became known as the Johto Special.
So, what do you think of the nicknames that Penguin and I have come up with?
They're all very good. They're all very good, especially Q-Tip the Jumpluff. I'm a fan.
So it started off with I really wanted to name Bayonet Scissors because she looks like she runs with scissors for no reason. So then that came to Penguin pointed out that Dedenne looks like he eats glue. And I'm like, all right, so his name's going to be Glue Stick now because he's a toddler and he looks like he eats glue. And then we basically just kept going over things that you don't give to toddlers or random objects around the house.
That's really good.
The other one I really like is Dishrag, the Zangoose, because he looks like he's dirty.
He is a dirty boy.
I love it. I love this team. I'm falling in love with this team. The only two that I'm like, I kind of just threw on there because I can't think of anything else is Komala and... Well, I want to run Delibird because that does cover ice and flying.
Yes, but it also is bad.
Oh no, it's terrible. That's the whole point of the team is like this team does not work well with each other.
But it's like the 4 out of the 6 do. Like that's a decent core. Like you have a really good hard-hitting normal
it's a
type.
good team. It looks like a good team individually. But when I show you this team and you look and you go, why? Like, out of all of the Pokemon in Gen 9, you look at this team and you go, why? Why would you do this?
I would have went harder on it, though, because I feel, again, 4 out of 6 of this team, if you were just like, I'm running a 4 Pokemon team instead of 6, here they are, and you told me Zangoose, Bayonet, Dedenne, and the other decent one you said that I've already forgotten.
Jumpluff.
Jumpluff, yes. I would say this looks interesting. This looks pretty solid. And then you throw Kamala and Delibird in there, and that's when the why happens. Because Kamala's a repeat typing and not that good, and Delibird is Delibird.
I really want to use a Delibird. I've never had a chance. This
you
group
just
is
use
mainly
Iron
a group
Bundle.
of like I can't get Iron Bundle. I can't breed Iron Bundle though. That's the thing. If I could have a level 1, I would, but I can't.
Fair.
So Delibird will probably get replaced with Iron Bundle closer to the end of the game, but
okay.
So I don't know yet. But do you have a suggestion to replace Komala, not in Gen 8 or Gen 9?
It has to be Gen 7 or prior, generation wise.
That's the other stipulation was it has to be Gen 7 or prior. Pokemon that I've never probably would never use in a team.
Okay, so what types have we covered already out of the main 5? So
Grass, normal, ghost, electric, fairy, ice, and flying.
Okay, I'm trying to think of some of this team's biggest weaknesses.
I don't have a water, grass, or fire type.
You do not have a water, grass, or fire type. That is true. But like, it's not like we can rectify that with
Jumpluff is grass. Is Jumpluff flying?
Yes, grass and flying.
Okay, so
flying is okay as a repeat typing though, I think. Like, and also
that's understandable.
Also, the flying type will go away when you replace Delibird with Iron Bundle at the end. So
possible.
But you should, because that last fight is hard, and you're gonna want the type balance for that. But maybe a decent fire type then.
I was looking. There's no cute fire types though. That's the other thing. All of this whole team is adorable.
Cute. Okay,
that's the stipulation. Is all of these look like cuddly little idiots who have no idea what they're doing?
I would argue that Houndoom is a good boy. He's a good boy.
Yeah, but he evolves. I don't want to Eviolite him.
Yeah, Houndoom is still a good boy doggo.
Oh, Houndoom, no. He's scary. He big boy.
But every dog is cute. No matter how scary they are, they're also cute.
I wish
you see a giant pit bull, that thing is fucking terrifying, but it's also adorable. That's how I feel about every pit bull I've ever seen. It's like, that's very scary. I don't want to be near that unless I'm certain it's friendly. But damn, is it adorable. Houndoom's the same. I don't want to go near one unless I know he's a good boy. But like, he's still cute, doggo.
I want to use Pokemon that like I've literally would have never used in a Pokemon game.
Have you used a Houndoom before?
No, but I don't want to use. I want to use small babies.
Fair.
Look, that's the issue. Is like I want to use tiny little babies or idiots.
Pokemon I just thought of a fire type that I think is cute, but I remembered you hated.
What?
Core villain. I think he's cute. He's a cute little guy. He's a cute little 2 guys. Pepper guys.
I don't know. That's a Gen 9 Pokemon though.
Oh yeah, that's true. So it doesn't work. But I'm trying to think of cute fire types. Like
I was going. Okay, so the other option was Gumshoes.
Gumshoes. No,
but that's also a repeat normal typing though. But
that's what we're trying to get rid of with Kamala is the repeat normal typing. We're trying to cover something here.
The other one that got vetoed by Penguin was Masquerain. Surskit to Masquerain. That now gives me bug and flying and water moves.
Nah, because Masquerain is like completely unusable hot ass and also a repeat flying type.
I had 3 flying types on my team.
If only it stayed water, because then I would recommend it to some degree. But what types have you not covered yet that would be useful, grand scheme of things?
I was thinking Grumpig, maybe.
Okay, you don't have a psychic. Grumpig is a cute little pig boy. I could see it. Grumpig over Kamala does make the teams have more balance a little bit.
I don't know. Kamala is just in there because I needed a space filler. The other 5 are like definitely staying. The other option is possibly Eviolite Fanpy.
No.
No Donphan.
He's too baby. Also Donphan is adorable. You take that fucking back.
I didn't say he wasn't adorable, but he's a big boy. No big boys.
No big boys. Only small.
No big boys. The only big boy is Zangoose.
Well, even Zangoose is a pretty small boy.
Oh, that's something
Right.
nobody would. I could run a Basculin.
You know what? Basculin's not a bad Pokemon either. So,
No, I did. I used his evolution though, and fucking
oh, you use Basculegion? Okay, fair, fair.
yeah.
I've used a Basculin in competitive. I think that was one of my first competitive teams actually that I used a Basculin.
Oh, that's another. Oh,
Because
hold
Basculin
on. Can I
has
make
like
this work?
abilities that make him stronger that I don't remember any of right now. I just know he was kind of a good niche and competitive back in the day in Gen 7. So you get like adaptability or something. I'm trying to remember what fucking what Basculin gets that makes him good. Because I know I
Eviolite.
used
I
one.
could, if I want to go over into like the competitive side, but still keep cute babies. Eviolite Eevee with adaptability.
Yeah, but that's a fucking normal type again. You need type coverage, Colo Chew.
Look, I don't know. Like half of these Pokemon I've already used on teams before,
Have
so
you
it's
used a
really fucking
Grumpig?
hard. No, I've not.
Just do
Grumpig is
Grumpig over Kamala.
Grumpig is a might. I might also throw Altaria on there. Altaria
Dude,
is a possibility for to switch out for Delibird.
dude,
Uh,
if you switch Delibird with
Go-Goat will get
Altaria and
Go-Goat
fucking
will get switched out for Jumpluff probably
wait, I
if I
thought you
have
weren't
too much
changing
trouble.
5 of these, and now you're like, I'm gonna change most of them.
If this team is too scuffed and I can't work with it and I have to change out, I have other options.
Oh no. This team is not scuffed. You can work with it. Literally all you have to do is replace like you just said, the last two things you said. Replace Delibird with Altaria and replace Kamala with Grumpig, and you have a pretty good balanced team. I think you can work with that.
Hmm. Possibly, maybe.
Like those other four can all work together and all have synergized typings. Like if you just again Kamala for Grumpig, Altaria for Delibird, you're golden.
Also, see, now I'm actually like sitting down and looking and I'm not tired. Kind of
Yeah,
want to run Sableye instead of Bayonet.
I vouch. That's a good Pokemon.
No, I kind of want to do a full team of non-evil, not Pokemon that don't fucking evolve.
Dude,
Just because.
I put my entire heart and soul into like a Sableye as the team captain at the end of my Emerald Nuzlocke, and it did not work. I did die at
Oh,
the
that's
Pokemon League.
right. The other option for Kamala with Love Disc.
Yeah, true. No, don't do that, please.
Would it be better for a Lomamola?
Unironically,
Slightly
yes,
better?
Alomomola is pretty good. Like, not that he's top tier or anything, but like Alomomola is pretty bulky. He's like actually a usable Pokemon. So
No, I don't know. The team right now is standing. I want Zangoose and Delibird on the team. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but that's the team for right now. The team probably will change just with me running around and doing shit. But
fair. I have beaten the game at this point. I might dabble in a Nuzlocke soon. I'll probably lose immediately, but I might at least dabble in it, see how it goes. Because I mean, last time I went into a Nuzlocke and accepted the fact that I was probably gonna lose, I made it to the Elite Four. The last Emerald, the big Emerald Nuzlocke that I did, I was like, I'm literally just doing this to test my RetroPie. I am going to lose at Watson, and then I made it all the way to the Elite Four.
yeah, Watson's a run killer for sure. Him
I
and
always lose to Watson. That I think that Nuzlocke was the only time I've beaten Watson in a Nuzlocke at all, except for in like Omega Ruby the Wonderlocks because I had better options because it was a fucking Wonderlock.
that's another thing I kind of want to do with this game is do a Wonderlock, but like I'd also have to be very, very conscious about the areas that I'm picking too, because there's not that many areas where you can get Pokemon.
Yeah, and it's also like cracked a little bit because of the trade EXP boost. Like if you wanted to not be super over leveled in your Nuzlocke, it would be a challenge with EXP share not being able to be turned off and with boosted trade EXP.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it balances out, but
Level limits in general are going to be hard in Scarlet and Violet Nuzlocke because the game is open, so like the level limits are pretty tight if you want to do everything in a Nuzlocke. Because like sometimes your level limit will be like 16 at a gym, and then the next thing will be a Titan at 17. So it'll be like, that's tight.
I feel like there's got to be they're gonna have to switch a couple rules around a little bit, but you'd
I mean,
also have to
the level limit
fully
isn't even a
follow a
required
guide
rule.
too. You would also fully have to fully follow a guide for those.
Oh yeah. If you wanted to do a balanced Nuzlocke, you would for sure have to follow a guide. But that's just how I play this fucking video game. I think it's like unplayable
It's
if you
not.
don't follow a guide.
It's not. It's you go and do whatever path you want. I mean, if you follow a guide, your levels will be relatively better. But if you don't, I had a hell of a lot. I still had so much fun with the game.
No, I'm not saying it's impossible not to have fun without a guide. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying that like going into it and having no fucking idea where you're going just like opens the chance of like being completely non-balanced, like finding shit that you're not supposed to find early and just getting your fucking ass kicked. Like it has the chance to be fun if you happen to go in a somewhat optimal path, but if you fuck it up, you're just gonna get your ass kicked. And it's like I'm here to play a Pokemon game. Like this game, it didn't even lean hard enough into the open world aspect. It still feels like your average Pokemon game in a lot of ways, beyond the level curve not fixing itself. So for me, it's more fun to just like follow a guide, like because I'm there to play Pokemon. I'm not there to fucking explore. Because like the Petal Region is cool and all, but like it's not cool enough
So
for
how
me to
far
be
are
more
you right
invested.
now? How
I'm
far are
done.
you in the game?
I beat the
Oh,
video
like done
game.
done?
Yeah.
Did you do the rebattle gym leaders and ace tournament?
Oh no. I'm done as in the credits rolled. I have not done the rebattles yet.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, the I don't know if I was too over leveled for the rebattle, but they at most I lost 3 Pokemon in one gym battle.
Yeah, the rebattle levels are pretty small from what I saw. Like I think
I think the high
my
I
team
would
is like
say it's like
matches their ace
65s.
level. No, I think
I
they're
wanna
like
say it's like 60, 65s.
I think they all have the same levels and their aces are all 67. So like that's basically where my team is right now. So I know like as I get to the later gyms, it's gonna get like easier and easier. But I'm at least excited that there's a gym leader rematch circuit at all. Like I'm excited to see what each of these gyms bring to the table when they're at their best. Even if my team kind of outclasses it, it'll still be interesting to see what they do with it.
Yeah.
Did the gym leaders compete in the Ace tournament? Have you done that yet?
I have. It's students and teachers.
It's students and teachers and just the champion also.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if it's random. I don't know if it's like a set team or if it's random who you fight.
I don't remember what the tournaments are like in Galar. I might. You see, I keep my Pokemon career. I keep like thinking, what do I want to play? And it's like there's so many cool Pokemon games that I want to play for various reasons, or not so cool in this case. But it's just like, yeah, I have to play the ones I haven't beaten, but like also I really want to play Gold, Silver, and Crystal right now, and I am because I just started a competitive Nuzlocke trio. Um, and then now I'm thinking I want to play Sword and Shield because like I want to give them a fair shake, having been given this many years of separation. And also, I'm curious about features like the Ace tournament, which I know if I just turned on the save I already had, I'd probably bend back because my team is like absurdly leveled at this point.
I mean, you could also go and switch up your team a little bit for levels as well.
I could. I mean, now that I think about it, I do have my entire Sun team on that file, and it's lower level than my Sword and Shield team, so maybe that would work.
Yeah.
That's what I was using for Isle of Armor before I dropped it because it was boring and stupid.
I went and completed both just so I could have the Pokemon. That's it. That's all I did.
Yeah, I kind of gave up on Dex and Sword and Shield. Like I got somewhat close before the DLC came out. And then the DLC came out, and I was kind of just like, "Yeah, fuck you a little bit, Game Freak."
Oh no, I completed the Galar Dex. I completed the original before DLC Galar Dex, and I was given the shiny charm, so I had no reason whatsoever to go and catch any of the Pokemon in any of the DLC.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I don't know. And I also probably should check out Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra, which I would also do if I did a rerun. Because I didn't finish those because at that point I was kind of just frustrated. And I think literally the breaking point for me was fucking the mustard fight of all things. Cause I literally, it was like the straw that broke the camel's back. And I was like, you made a DLC where the DLC level scales to where you are in the game, but it does not fucking evolution scale. I'm fighting a level 65 Shinx! And that pissed me off, and I never played it again. Except I went to Crown Tundra so I could do Dynamax adventures with my friends a couple times. And that's all that I interacted with the DLC.
Understandable.
I was so mad. I was like, you almost had it, Game Freak. You did a DLC, you did a level scaling so you could do that DLC at any time, but you didn't fucking evolution scale for if you do it at the end of the video game. Which is where most people did it, because they had already beaten the video game when the DLC came out.
Yeah.
Why does he have a Shinx Colo? Why don't they turn it into a Luxray if you're the fucking champion of Galar? I don't understand. I'll never get over it. It's the worst. Like, I'm kind of mad they didn't level scale this gen, but like, I get it. But the way they did it with the DLC is like they did do the level scaling. They did put the effort into program level scaling, but they did not scale evolution. If they did that in Scarlet and Violet, I would have fucking thrown the game in the trash and lit the trash on fire because that would have been the absolute worst experience. I prefer that they didn't level scale at all over doing that.
Oh yeah, no, I completely agree.
You fight the bug gym last, and she has like a level 65 Teddy Ursa and fucking Spider Guy, and the other bug she has, the Nimble. Who's the Spider Guy? What's he called?
Spidops.
No, the baby Spidops.
Tarantula.
Yeah, okay.
To the fucking spider. I hate its fucking name.
Also, I hear Spidops is like hot ass, which is like it's understandable because like every early game bug final evolution ends up being hot ass, but like Spidops looks so cool that it makes me sad that he's hot ass.
Yeah.
My first reaction to Spidops was like, "What the hell is that?" But in a good way. I was in a voice call. I don't think you were there, but it was like Odin. I remember Odin was definitely there, and I was like, "What the fuck is this thing?" And then Odin asked me what it was, and I started to describe it, and he was like, "Oh, that's Spidops."
Tarantula and Spidops, their shiny is beautiful, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah, if I wasn't like doing anything, I would 100% show you.
You know, I want to do a video at some point. Either we could do it for your channel if you want the content, or we could do it for mine. But like, what I'm curious about is, I feel like I know the name of every Pokemon, excluding Scarlet and Violet because they just came out. But like up until Scarlet and Violet, I feel like I know the name of every Pokemon. But like I think about Gen 8 and I'm like, do I really? Like I definitely want to do like a video where I just get shown every new Galar Pokemon and I see if I can name them all.
Oh, I could do that easily.
Yeah, let's go.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure you could, based off the fact that we did the Who's That Pokemon quiz.
Yeah, we didn't run into that many Gen 8s in that particular quiz.
Oh, you could do it. You could literally just random Pokemon, and I could do the whole thing.
Fair.
Gen 9 excluded, but, you know.
Yeah, it's like I could definitely do everything up through Gen 7 with 1,000,000% confidence. and I feel like I have Gen 8 too, but at the same time, with how little I interacted with Gen 8, I don't know. Because like in a lot of the Gen 8, the only Gen 8 competitive I did was draft leagues. And in those draft leagues, I mostly just drafted Gen 7 and under Pokemon, because those are the Pokemon I'm used to using in competitive. So
See,
I
I've
just,
never fucked around with competitive. That's the other thing is like I wish I would have a little bit, but
I mean, I would recommend it. It feels like it's hard to get into, but it's really not really. Like, I find it hard to get back into it after a generation, but that's just because you're so used to a generation at that point. In terms of like entry level, it's just kind of, you got to have somebody who knows the metagame just like talk to you for a little while, and then you kind of start to get it. Like when I was younger, I thought the competitive Pokemon was fucking impossible. Like
oh yeah.
I watched competitive Pokemon videos and I was like, I can't. There's no way I could do this.
I
And
could
then I
probably if I work with like Smogon or something just to figure out like the best things and I could set up a team. But like going off the top of my head, I can't do it. But
You see, what happened to me is I thought it was completely impossible. I was like, this is all so complicated. There's so much setup. There's so much like crazy shit going on. I could never do this proficiently. And then I met Brad the Bad 101. And Brad the Bad 101 talked me into trying competitive. And this was back in Gen 7. And he kind of taught me the ins and outs. I started developing my own competitive teams. The, I didn't even go off Smogon really. I just kind of went off what I knew about Smogon off the top of my head and what Brad had taught me, and I made some pretty unconventional, but pretty decent teams. And then as oh, there it is, the cracking is starting, boys. As time went on, I became more and more accustomed to the general meta game. I think I started to perform fairly decently on Gen 7 OU ladder. And I was pretty acquainted with the competitive at that point, and I also participated in draft leagues, which is like its whole own meta game because you have to make good use out of shittier boys because you can only get like so many Pokemon from each tier. So it's really fun to kind of theory craft in that way. And with the generational transition, I found myself unable to reacclimate to Smogon. But when it comes to draft leagues, it kind of always stays the same to a degree. So I've been able to perform proficiently in draft leagues during Gen 8, but Gen 8 OU not so much. I never quite figured it back out. Gen 8 OU, I actually just rage quit because like I was part of it in its infancy and I was doing fairly well. And then they banned Dynamax outright, and I found that to be like completely fucking stupid. So I was like, okay, Smogon, I'm just gonna not actually. And then I stopped playing Gen 8 OU.
I know how to see, I know well enough to know how to Pokemon battle. Like with the battle you and I did over in Gen 9 wasn't that bad, right? Like
No,
I
that
held
was a
my
good
own
battle.
for a bit.
That was also not a competitive battle. Like most of us were kind of just like clicking the fight button. But
I
it
mean,
was
that's
off.
usually what I do though, but like I want to get more
That's what I do when I play the normal video game. Like I run some setup because I just like setup sweeping because it makes me feel powerful. So like I like running moves like Sword Stance and Bulk Up and Nasty Plot. But I'm never like, when I play competitive, I play stall a lot. Like my signature move is Pyukumuku, which if you're unfamiliar with his competitive prowess, he has Unaware, which means he is immune to opponent's stat boosts. Both of his defense stats are fucking massive, and he has recover, and he has dual screens. So how I run my Pyukumuku, my dangerous Pyukumuku. Here's the set. Here's the fucking like stalliest, like hardest to deal with ass set. So he has toxic, obviously, because that's how he does his damage because he can't fight for dick. Um, and then depending on when I'm doing draft league, depending on if my opponent's board leans either physical or special, what I do is I give max investment into the defense that I think I'll be using the most. But to compensate for the other defense, I run the opposite screen. So if I'm facing a roster that's mostly physical attackers, I'll run max defense with light screen. So then there's toxic. There's one of the screens to compensate for the lower defense. There's recover, so I can recover all my fucking health and be cheesy forever. And then the creme de la creme is soak, because with soak, not even steel types are safe from the toxic stalling madness, because soak just turns them water, and then they can be poisoned. So that's my favorite set in competitive Pokemon. Everybody hates me.
Let me look up this one Pokemon's moveset, and I will let you know it's my favorite thing to do. Fuck, I actually don't know what okay. So I like to run Eviolite Dusclops.
That's a good set.
With Pain Split, Haze, Will-O-Wisp, and what is it? Shadow Sneak.
That is
It's
no, that's pretty good.
It's disgusting. It is garbage. Okay, so Eviolite Dusclops.
Hold on, run that moveset by me again.
Pain Split, Haze, Shadow Sneak, and Will-O-Wisp.
That is really interesting. I ran a Dusclops in the last draft I did, an Eviolite Dusclops, but I didn't do much research into what really makes that Pokemon work, and what I ended up running really was kind of like a bulky support, but like with attack. Like I didn't run Shadow Sneak, I ran Shadow Punch for the extra power, and I did run Will-O-Wisp. I don't remember what else I
Shadow
did.
Sneak is
I
only
did not
40
run
base
Pain
power.
Split.
Pain Split is garbage with Dusclops because Dusclops is bulky altogether, especially with the Eviolite. And anytime your health gets low, you use Pain Split. There's got to be another fucking move that, because I don't think the fourth one was Will-O-Wisp. I thought it was something else, but I could be wrong. I don't remember. Maybe Substitute. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I don't remember what the fourth one was. I just know that Haze, Pain Split, and Shadow Sneak were rough.
Yeah, that's scuffed. Sorry, I'm multitasking a little bit. I'll stop in a second.
Oh no, you're fine. I'm breeding Pokemon right.
Okay, real quick, I do have to pee. So you keep breeding Pokemon, and then we'll reconvene in a minute. Hey, Colo Chew,
Riely.
talk about something.
You killed the fucking conversation because your tiny little boy bladder.
Fuck you. You're talking about competitive Pokemon. But yeah, that Dusclops does sound like it could be a monster, because like Pain Split does not work to immediate effect with Dusclops, but it's definitely a good fuck you for it's perfect actually, because like it's there as the fuck you, because you got this bulky ass monster who's being whittled down slowly, and then like just when you're about to kill him,
Pain
Pain
Split.
Split, bitch. Get fucked.
And if you have a setup mon going against Dusclops, Haze.
Haze, baby.
It's literally the perfect counter Pokemon.
Haze is a good move. I didn't think about Haze. A lot of my answer for setup sleepers was just lol Pukumuku. I love the Puku. I love Pukumuku so much, and I don't understand, because like he is good. He is good. I've used him to great effect against Mon in much higher tiers, but he's ranked like PU, and not even PU for real. Like PU by technicality, which is what the shitty Pokemon get. Like the most ass Pokemon get. It's not fair. He only has one niche, but he does it goddamn well. He at least deserves to be PU. not PU by technicality.
Is there a subgroup under PU?
There's ZU, which is, it's not an official metagame, but it's just a fun metagame on Showdown where you use Pokemon that are PU by technicality and not PU for real.
Got it.
I love that there's Pokemon that are just so bad that like even if Smogon has ZU sets, it just says don't use this Pokemon. Like that's come up twice on Pokemon Variety Hour now, and it's beautiful every time. Like when we got Dunsparce, this Pokemon of the episode, it was just like the Smogon description is just don't use Dunsparce.
I'll do what I want.
And there was another Pokemon that did that too. I don't remember what it was. It was the most recent Pokemon of the episode. I don't recall, but it came up again. It said don't use X Pokemon, and I was like, wow, this seems to be a trend.
I don't remember what the most recent one was.
I'd have to go back, but it's silly. I like it. I like they actually give you like the best move set possible, and then just the description is don't use it. Don't do it. Please.
So basically, what I'm gonna do for the rest of the night tonight, as long as we're like recording and I don't have to actually touch my computer at all,
Mhm.
I have a Japanese Ditto with a team of five of the Pokemon that I want to bring over to Violet when I get a chance. I am going to Masuda Method Shiny Hunt them up until I can no longer have time to Shiny Hunt. So if I get a Shiny, I can use it in my playthrough. Watch, the Shiny is gonna be fucking Delibird, and you're gonna be pissed.
That'll be
I'm
funny.
hoping for a Shiny Zangoose, because I know his red turns to blue, and I love it.
I wonder. I got to do research because I know there's already like Nuzlocke data out there, so I'm sure that I can find these numbers easily. But I do wonder how many encounters exist in Scarlet and Violet. I can't really remember how many named areas there are that contain Pokemon to catch.
I'm pretty sure there's like 6 areas. There's like north. I think there's 24 total, maybe.
There's like because there's 4 provinces in each area, and there's like 6 areas, I think.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And then there's little sub areas. There's like Glacidia Mountain and like the desert place. So there's places. And Nuzlocke would also probably motivate exploration of like some of the sub areas that I didn't make it to, or at least didn't make it to for long.
Look, I'm running around this place like a fucking moron, and I'm still discovering like, oh, cool. I've never been here.
And I'm trying to think of how I'm gonna do the Nuzlocke for myself, because like the other Nuzlocke video I've seen, the rule
I
he had
really
placed.
think. Oh,
Go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say what I suggest is when you go into a new area for your first encounter, literally just start running around with your eyes closed.
You
Basically,
see, that's cool and all, and like that works, and that might be what I do. But there was a compelling point made by the other Nuzlocke video that I saw that makes me tempted to go through a shit ton of effort, even though I probably will not go through the shit ton of effort. This would be too much, man. But what this Nuzlocker did, because the thing is, the way that Scarlet and Violet works, the spawns aren't completely random. Like different sub areas within the same named area have different spawn pools. So what this Nuzlocke did is he just loaded every possible encounter in an area into fucking wheel decide and just spun,
that's fair.
which is very interesting and definitely is the best way to keep up the randomization aspect of the Nuzlocke. But would also be very hard to set up. I mean, realistically, I could do it easily, but like not easily enough. Like the easiest way I can think of doing it is just like going on Bulbapedia, counting how many encounters there are, then using a random number generator, and then figuring out what number corresponds to what on the Bulbapedia list. That would be the easiest way to do it, and even that feels like too much effort. It'd be a bit less effort than loading up a wheel decide every time, but
Yeah.
still too much. I don't know, but I am interested to see how far I would get in a Nuzlocke. Because like there are some aspects of this game that it's like I could see this being a pretty fair and balanced Nuzlocke. And then there are the Starmobiles.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see, I could do a gyms. I could do a Titan Pokemon even probably. Those Starmobiles fucking scare me in a Nuzlocke setting.
So with Titan Pokemon, are you gonna count those as technical encounter? Like, hard encounters.
Oh, because you can't catch them.
You can catch the Pokemon that shows up statically afterwards.
You can?
Yes. Did
Can
you
you
not
catch?
do the?
You,
Did you not go find your fun little Don fan afterwards?
no, I didn't know you could do that.
Yes, your Don fan shows up like almost immediately
I would have
afterwards.
used that fucking Pokemon if I knew that that happened. I didn't know.
Yeah, he shows up afterwards. It's the
He's
first
so
Paradox
fun.
Pokemon you can get.
He's a little robot boy.
I
He's
love
got a little
him. He's so
robot smile.
small. He's so small. I
I
love
love
him.
him. He's so good.
Imagine I get a shiny and like
Hold on.
19
I,
eggs.
I just had a thought. He's a small, cute baby boy. He covers a type you don't have. Iron Treads over Kamala?
No, he's new. No new.
Oh, I forgot about your no new.
No new. Only old Pokemon. I thought about running an only Gen 3 group. Because I kind of want to run Tropius.
You want to run Tropius when Jumpluff is literally the same exact type. Why'd you choose Jumpluff over Tropius then? if you wanted
Jumpluff,
to run
tiny little
Tropius?
baby.
True.
Tropius, not a baby.
A generational team run would also be kind of interesting in this game. In these games,
I thought about Gen 3 because like I want to do Zangoose, right? I kind of want to do Tropius as well. Camerupt would also be fun. Run Seviper as well. I've run out of Gen 3 mons.
trying to think of how early you could encounter a Gen 2 Pokemon in this video game.
Right off the bat with what's its fucking name? Hoppip.
Oh yeah, Hoppip. You right.
See, what I'm doing is I'm going to breed and then transfer over my team. So I don't have to worry about encountering in said game.
I might try a Johto run. I'm thinking actually.
Johto run could work.
I'm thinking it's unfortunate because you have to like have the starter for a while before you can catch a Pokemon. But I could make a joke out of it and pick Fuecoco and name it Totodile.
I'm waiting for the more crocodiles so we can have a full baby team of crocs. Of like
Yeah.
crocs and sharks.
Croc Shark team, Croc Shark boys.
Because like you got Sandile, you have Fuecoco, you have Gibble, and you have Totodile. So you got a good four group right there.
Does Carvana not get invited to the baby shark party?
No, Carvana don't have legs.
Oh,
You don't have legs. He's gotta have legs.
Carvana.
Poor little baby idiot.
Wow, you're being so mean to him.
You don't have legs. It's not my fault. He should have evolved with everybody else. Should have decided to walk on land.
Listen, he had the right idea. That one dumb fish one day decided to walk on land, and now I have to pay rent. So fuck that fish. I could be a fish, and it doesn't have to pay rent at all.
See, the other thing I could run with the Gen 3 team is Eviolite Vigoroth.
Ooh. Is Eviolite Vigoroth... Well, I guess, like, why wouldn't you give him an Eviolite? But, like, I feel like it's almost irrelevant to how you would use him. Because, like, his defenses are going to be ass anyway. Vigoroth is usable, but I think he's more of, like, a fast, punchy boy.
Yeah, you just add the Eviolite just in case, because he can still evolve.
True.
If you're running a Pokemon that can still evolve, you always give him the Eviolite. If there's nothing else you can give him.
For sure you do. It also makes like Nuzlocke meta really fun in Black and White because they give you the Eviolite in fucking Gym 3 City when like your team's mostly not evolved anyway. So that makes some strategery really fun. Like, ooh, I can give the Eviolite to this guy, and that'll work. And like the Eviolite is like an item you pass around your whole team strategy wise for a while, and that's really interesting to me.
Yeah. So I guess the topic is what? Competitive Pokemon, basically?
That's pretty much what we've been talking about.
I mean, that's fair. I'm fine with that.
I have been doing competitive Pokemon for so long. It feels
I started doing competitive when I met you, and we started playing Showdown.
yeah, that's kind of how you dip to the competitive, I would say. You've had some good showings. Like it shocks me that you don't have prior history with meta because
I don't need prior history. I know how to play the game.
not that we've done any like really deep. I don't think we've ever like done just a normal OU battle. I don't think we've ever done that.
I
But
think we
like,
had some go create a team and play.
oh yeah, I think we did that once, and I think I just like I think we did it once, and it was Gen 8, and I was not familiar with the meta. Because if we had done that in like back when you first met me and we had played Gen 7, I think I would have kicked your ass.
Probably.
Realistic. That was my stomping grounds. That was my time. But yeah, you've already got your foot in the door. I could see you really getting into it. The thing is, Gen 9 is a fucking whole new ball game because they just decided to fuck everything up. Like, I'm not holding it against Scarlet and Violet because competitive Pokemon is like almost a whole separate fucking video game. Like when
Yeah.
I'm ranking a Pokemon game, I care about the single player campaign, and the single player campaign in Scarlet and Violet is awesome. But the changes they made to competitive piss me the fuck off.
It's dumb. I hate like terrestrializing is cool.
It's
It's
not
like,
even Terra. I like Terra. Terra's interesting. It's just they decided, hey, you know all these things that we've had since like early gens that like have worked fine for like 5 generations?
oh,
Let's
like
just fuck with
hail?
them. Yeah, the fuck Hail. Hail's gone. Fuck Protean. It's nerfed. Fuck you if you ever wanted to use Scald on any of your water types not named Volcanion. You can't do it anymore.
Oh, I
Fuck
forgot about that.
Fuck you if you want to run a stall Pokemon because
I mean,
Recover
it's
and
the
Roost
same
have
thing as
5
like
TP
Toxic though.
now.
It's the same
Yeah.
thing with Toxic back in Gen 8.
What did they do to Toxic in Gen 8?
Only poison types can learn Toxic.
I think they fixed that later, though.
Did they? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think, well, once Home came in, they didn't, like, delete it from the Pokemon that were transferred. So
You
it
just can't
became,
teach it to any of the new Pokemon.
so it became, you just couldn't use it with Gen 8 Pokemon, but, like, all existing Toxic strategy on the old Pokemon that came back still was valid and worked. But now not, and now they do this. They even came up with a solution for that shit where they're like, oh, when you transfer a Pokemon, it's just gonna forget all of its moves and learn the level up moves that it would have at that point. Fuck you, fuck you. I'm so mad. Why did they do this? Gen 9 competitive is gonna make me so upset, and I'm gonna have to do it because I have to compete in the Blastburn Radio Draft League because I've done it consistently for a while now, and they're gonna do Gen 9 for sure. And it's gonna make me upset. Everything's out the window. I've got like a completely whole new meta to learn. Like Gen 8 I can get by being like I know old meta. Old meta still works, kind of. So I
Kind
could
of.
I could do that, and that kind of gets me by. But now Gen 9 is like no old meta. Fuck you. All your TM moves fucking gone. Over. Can't do it. It's gonna be tough. And they also didn't even design the new Pokemon with competitive in mind at all. Like at least not. I guess the Paradox Pokemon are like legendaries, so and they're banned in VGC, so they don't count, I guess. But so many of the paradoxes are broken. Fucking Houndstone is cracked.
Mousehold is gone.
Insanely cracked. Mousehold, I've heard, got banned. What was Mousehold's thing? What made him so strong?
If you run Technician and give him the item that allows any move under 60 base power to increase its attack.
They made an item like that?
No, it was increases the number of times multiple hit moves hits. That's right.
Oh, shit.
So you give him that item, and then you run Technician on him, which gives him 1.5 times base power to anything under 60.
What, you give him like double slap or tail slap or something?
No. Mousehold learns a move called called Population Bomb, which is 20 base power and can hit anywhere from 1 to 10 times.
Holy shit. Oh my
And it's a normal
god.
move, so you get Stab plus Technician, and then on top of that, if you Terrastalize, you get the double Stab on it. It basically becomes a 300 power base power move if it hits 10 times.
That's insane. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's dumb. I hate that they did these like, oh, you like this Pokemon? We're not gonna put him in fucking we're not gonna put him in the meta. We're gonna ban him.
No,
right
the
off
worst
the bat.
no, the
Fuck
worst
you.
thing though, the worst thing is I know why this is the case. Because these Pokemon, to my knowledge, and I believe that this is true, are not banned, besides the paradoxes, from VGC. And these Pokemon are designed in a way where their competitive useness can be fun, but can also be checked and balanced in VGC, because the double battle format gives you more chance to get the thing off the field before it does major damage to you.
Oh, speaking of double battles,
So real quick, let me finish my point, please. It's just these Pokemon were designed with zero mind to single player competitive, because Game Freak hates single player competitive. They have the fucking 20-minute battle timer that you can't get rid of, which has been a
that's
sticking
still
point
in.
since Sword and Shield, and it's
God
still in the
damn
game.
it!
And now they're designing entire Pokemon where it's like, this thing has a really cool competitive niche that's really useful in VGC, but it's fucking completely cracked and unusable in singles.
I don't understand the fucking battle timer, dude. The battle timer is so fucking stupid. Just let me have my time to pick a move.
Like, why is it not toggleable? What is the point of that? Like, I get it. Maybe it's like, if you're doing online ranked competitive, it's like, we want to rush you because we don't want those battles to take like 7 hours because it's going to piss off like kids trying to get into competitive. Fine. Why is it not a toggleable option when you're doing multiplayer with your fucking friends? Why? Is it that hard to set up an on and off toggle? Like,
Apparently, it is.
You can make it tournament standard all you want. I don't give a shit about tournament standard. I don't play VGC. I play singles. Let me play singles without the fucking timer. At least we have Pokemon Showdown, where the timer is both optional and, even if it's turned on, reasonable.
Yeah, the battle
Wait.
timer's dumb. I absolutely hate it.
I think Showdown might follow that, actually. I'm thinking about... I hope that's not true, but I'm thinking about what I've seen on Showdown lately, and I'm thinking, maybe that is true and I just haven't noticed. It definitely does not mimic it if you keep the battle timer off, which, thank you. But I think if you turn on battle timer, it might actually mimic the in-game timer. Do not quote me on that, but I think that might be the case.
Oh.
Man, I'm so mad about Scarlet and Violet's competitive changes. And then now I'm thinking about it, and it's just like making my blood boil. How could you do this to Scald, man?
Yeah, that's kind of dumb.
Why'd you do that to Scald? I think they nerfed a bunch of special attack things. And the reason I've heard for it, the reason that the Pokemon Company simps give when they're defending it on Twitter, is that the balancing was skewed towards special attackers, and they're trying to even that out. Why not just make the physical attackers better instead of making the special attackers worse?
That's what happens when you try and balance. You can't make things better. You have to make things worse.
Why? You can just give physical like equivalent tools to what special has. Like, the reason special is so good is because it has like better base power moves that are more accurate, and like that, and like have better like side effects. Just give some physical moves some better base power, some better side effects, and you're good.
That's fair.
I don't get it. It makes me sad. Cause like I was excited for competitive this generation. When all we knew was like the new shit, I was like, Terastallizing sounds really interesting strategy wise. Some of these new items look pretty sick. And then the Centro leaks start coming out. It's like, this ability is nerfed. This ability is nerfed. This move is nerfed. You can't get this move anymore. And I'm just like, why? Why did they do that? Although terastallizing also cracks Shedinja in half. It's really fun. Have you seen the Shedinja strat with Terra yet?
I have not, no.
Alright, Colo, let me tell you. This is there are holes in the strategy. It can be killed, but it is very cheesy and very hard to kill. Terra type electric. Air balloon. If you're not familiar with the air balloon, it makes electric types not be able to hit with ground type moves until they're hit with something else to make the balloon pop.
Oh, that's right. So it's basically a like you can't touch it at
You
all.
can't touch it because it's electric type and it has air, and you can only hit it directly with super effects. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. It's so funny. They really didn't even pay a single bit attention to single competitive in this video game, or really, I don't know, man. It feels like even with double competitive, it's like some of these changes make it stupider.
I mean, with double competitive, you can't. The one strat that I've been seeing people run with is Dondozo and Tatsugiri.
What do they do? What's their bit?
Dondozo swallows Tatsugiri, and they basically become one. Whichever
Let's go.
Tatsugiri you have will raise a specific stat of the Dondozo. So
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a double guy. That's my thing, is like I can't do a doubles battles. My brain does not function that deeply. I cannot my brain cannot register 4 Pokemon at the same time. I'm so ass at doubles. Well, I guess I did do a doubles draft league once and I did like okay. But like I got a lot of help in picking that roster. And I didn't do any real team building. I just kind of brought the same team for every match, and like it worked out okay. Like I think I had more wins than losses, but by a slim margin, and I did not make it to playoffs.
oof.
I might not have even had more wins than losses. Maybe I'm just like sucking my own dick in the memory here a little bit because I'm not exactly sure. I just remember there being a few matches where I did not prep and I just walked in with the same team and I won, and I was like, wow, I was not expecting that to happen. I had
I
a
mean, it'd
Milo
be like
tick.
that
I
sometimes, though.
remember the Milo tick being my most valuable player. I could not be asked to recall what this Milo tick did, but I remember bringing it every time, and I remember it doing work every time. Milo tick is a cool Pokemon.
It is a cool Pokemon.
Is Milo tick in the game? Is he in
Nope.
Scarlet Violet? Oh,
Nope.
I should run a Milotic in a game at some point. I wonder if he's catchable in Black and White 2. Because I have to play that game soon. I guess I could just Bulbapedia Phoebus and see if he's encounterable, huh? It's not that hard.
Probably, yeah.
Alright,
Look, you got me stuck on running a Gen 3 team instead of my scuffed little baby team now.
Mm-hmm.
I can run Breloom.
Okay, it's pretty good.
I can run Breloom, Grumpig. I can run Swalot, Camerupt, Torkoal, Medicham. Fuck. Zangoose to Viper, Altaria.
God damn it. Phoebus is catchable in Black and White 2, but not until like the very end of the video game.
Damn. I can also run Tropius. I can run Cacturn as well. It's not a lot of Gen 3. I can run Slacking. I can run Salamence too. Sableye, Bayonet. A Gen 3 team would probably be really cool to run. The typings might be overlapping a little bit. Love Disc.
There's some interesting options there.
Snowrunt and Glalie, are those Gen 2? Where's Snowrunt Gen 3?
Gen 3.
Snowrunt is Gen 3. So you can run a Glalie as well.
Oh, I didn't hear your question. I could have answered that. Snowrun is certainly Gen 3.
Yeah, so like those Pokemon that I listed off, decent Pokemon. A lot of grass type from Gen 3 though. But like you could run a decent team just playing with Gen 3 mons too.
For sure. Yeah, that could be fun. I wonder what Johto Pokemon are available. If that run would be worth doing.
I mean, I could probably tell you right now. I'll just run through the list. You got. Do you want all Pokemon or just Final Evos?
Final Evos are fine. I can figure out the babies from there.
All right, so you got Jumpluff, Houndoom, Sunflora, technically Blissey,
Yeah.
Azumarill. Oh, I forgot Masquerain and Surskit. Aren't they Gen 3? Yeah, they're Gen 3.
They're Gen 3.
Yeah, so Masquerain is Gen 3. Technically you can run Wooper and you can run Jotonian Wooper and Quagsire.
That's true. You can do a trade in the video game. I remember.
Yes.
I've seen it.
Pichu, technically, just don't evolve it.
No. Blissey works as a technicality. Pichu, I'll pass.
Sudowoodo.
Yeah.
You can't have a Bonsly, but you can catch a Sudowoodo.
Yep, and they got the...
Oh, you get Ampharos.
Yes. And also, I'm not going to be super strict. If a Bonsly is available earlier than a Sudowoodo is, I will catch it. I'm not going to be super strict. It's just running Johto Pokemon is the bottom line.
You can run Misdreavus, but you can't evolve it.
That's
true. You can run Phanpy.
Eviolite Misdreavus would actually be an interesting team member.
You can run Donphan.
I could run Donphan. That is true. Let me write this down. Let me write down the ones that stand out to me as team members. Jumpluff immediately, which you haven't said yet, but I was already thinking about.
I said Jumpluff right off the bat.
Oh, you might have. And then there was Donphan, and there was Misdreavus with an Eviolite.
You can also run Ampharos.
Ampharos, yeah, that sounds solid. What else is available?
Espeon and Umbreon.
That is true.
Dunsparce, but you can't evolve it.
Yep. Umbreon could be fun. I could bring out a little bit of my competitive Stally side if I run an Umbreon.
You could also run Girafarig, but you can't evolve that either. Stantler. You can run Ursaring. That would be interesting. You can run Sneasel, but you can't evolve it. You can run Murkrow, but you can evolve it.
Murkrow would be okay. Sneasel is fucking unusable. I think I've got a solid team plan already.
You can run Fortress. You can run Caesar. You can run Heracross. There's a lot of Gen 2 love in this game. Oh, you can run T-Tar as well.
Ooh, yeah, T-Tar. That's true.
Yeah, you get T-Tar, Slowking, Quillfish, Delibird. Fucking Delibird. That's it.
Okay, so I wrote down all the ones that jumped to me as team members, and I have 8 written down. So I'm gonna have to make 2 cuts. But out of that group, I heard 8 that called to me. Jumpluff, Donphan, Eviolite Misdreavus, which I'm pretty much set on now because I'm thinking about how fun that'll be. Ampharos, Umbreon, Ursaring, Girafarig, and Slowking. So I'm trying to think what two I would cut from that list. The thing is, Ampharos interests me the least, but I need a special attacker.
Fair.
Well, if I cut Ampharos and Girafarig, I guess this team doesn't look bad because Slow King has special attacks, and so does Mischievous.
Slow King also gets you the water psychic typing as well.
That is true.
Because you're gonna want a water type with that team.
So if I cut
You don't really need an Ew, fuck.
Ampharos and Girafarig.
I tried to fucking mute myself, but I wasn't fast enough.
Okay.
You don't really need Ampharos.
Yeah, I've got the party. I'm down to 6 now. Jump, Pluff, Don Fan, Mischievous, Umbreon, Ursaring, and Slow King. I can work with this. Okay, I think I might actually do this. I don't know what point in the game these Pokemon appear. I don't know if I'm just going to be doing the Hoppip solo run hours for a while. That's kind of concerning.
Nah, you'll be fine. Once you get that little boy to a Skiploom, you'll be perfectly fine.
That's fair. Fair enough. You might get Fanpy in an area that's at level before the first gym. Maybe. Or maybe it's like right after the first gym you get Fanpy. I know he's early. The ability of a Skiploom to defeat a bug gym concerns me because I don't think he gets Flying Staff. Also, I don't even know what level he evolves in a Skiploom. It might be higher than the first level limit. And I just want to say real quick, like, this is again me talking about Blastburn Radio again, but in terms of competitive Pokemon, one of the most interesting metagames I've ever dabbled in is the Blastburn Radio metagame. That being the competitive Nuzlocke trio with the point system and with the PvP after each gym. Because that shit gets deeper into strategy because, like, you can't have everything perfect. That's what makes it fun, is that you have to deal with your Nuzlocke encounters as they come, make the best out of what you get, and try to build like a strong competitive team that can get you consistent wins. And then it just becomes like an arms race of trying to counter each other's threats, which pressures changes being made in your team throughout the Nuzlocke. It's really fucking interesting. And every time I do like a Blastburn Radio Nuzlocke trio, that isn't of a video game that I lose immediately. It's always really interesting.
Yeah. You're not that bad at competitive though. From what I've heard so far, you're not that bad. You're not terrible.
No, I'm not terrible. I'm not the best, but I'd say pretty good. Like with draft league specifically, I at least make playoffs in almost every league I play. It was my bit for a while that, like, until very recently I broke this streak, is like every every Blastburn league, but also every other league, I would make it to playoffs and then lose in round 1. That was always the bit, is that I would be on the playoffs roster and then I would immediately get fucked up in round 1. that has happened in so many draft leagues, because it's like when it comes to regular season, I have a good strategic brain. There's the crack again. I have a good strategic brain. I can deal with my initial matchups. But then when I'm faced with somebody I've already fought and they can counter what I had before and I had to like replan, I always fall flat.
Yeah.
That was my issue. I would make it to playoffs on the back of good strategy on initial fights, and then immediately upon round 1 of playoffs, fighting somebody I've already fought, I get fucked up. But this latest draft league I won. Probably just because I had a hella stacked roster. Because we did a gimmick draft this time around at Blastburn Radio. We did a PU only was the draft. And it was really interesting. And I had a Combuskin and a Alchemy, which were both like setup sweeping fucking nightmare monsters who just would destroy everything. Because Combuskin has Swords Dance and Speed Boost, and when you're dealing exclusively in PU, it's pretty fucking high in the speed tier. So you get a Swords Dance off, you get one speed boost, you're pretty much outspeeding the whole metagame. And it runs wild. It's beautiful. There are definitely checks and balances. I didn't always pull off my Combuskin sweeps, but Combuskin, I believe, was my kill leader, and was one of the biggest kill leaders in the entire league. And then there was Alchemy, who, like, near the end of the league, I realized was this like setup nightmare also, and just started fucking wrecking shit. It was a beautiful thing. And then there was also that one magical match with my Soul Rock, which was with Penguin actually. That was my fight against Penguin. That was my last round in the regular season, and I fucking swept her ass with Soul Rock. It was great.
Man, I miss Soul Rock and Lunatone. Like this new game, so a new Pokemon game. Well, outside of Sun and Moon, you really like with Sword and Shield. You really missed a lot of Pokemon. Like you,
Soul Rock and Lunatone were in the game.
no, that's what I'm getting at. That like you
Okay.
don't think twice about all these Pokemon that are in the game, but then the minute they're taken away, you like in Scarlet and Violet, you go, I actually miss them. Like you go and you're like, I actually they're not in the game. I'm like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
You
Also,
miss
real
all
quick.
the Pokemon that are no longer in the game, but once they're put back in the game, you're like, oh cool, they're back.
Oh yeah, this
But
guy.
like
I remember him.
after always having them available to you, you don't think twice about it, and then they're gone, and you're like, well, fuck, maybe I actually wanted to use one.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, that my Soul Rock set was so fucking cheesy, and I'm so happy that it worked. The Soul Rock set that I ran against Penguin was, so the set was Calm Mind, Ancient Power, Sword Power, and some other fourth move that I don't remember that was mostly irrelevant. So the bit was I would use Calm Mind for my like initial setup, and then the hope from there would be that Ancient Power would get an Omni Boost, because Omni Boost immediately gives you like 5 20 base power ups to your stored power, along with the Calm Mind setups. So stored power becomes a fucking nightmare immediately because of Omni Boost. And I got a pretty early Omni Boost on an Ancient Power, and the strategy worked exactly as intended, and it was beautiful.
Okay, so I just looked over at the Craigbots, and it says 2 hours ago. We started at like a little before 8, so we're only at like an hour and a half.
Yeah,
But
sometimes they like round up. It's
I
weird.
looked at Craig and I'm like, 2 out. God damn!
It can't have been two. It can't be. It could
I
not
saw
be.
the 7 o'clock, 2 hours, saw 9:30 in my brain, and me. I saw the 7 at the start time, saw the 2 hours, and then immediately looked at the clock, saw 9:30, and I'm like, fuck, it's been 2.5 hours already. It's only been an hour and a half, but like, I my brain mush, my brain no work. Fine.
Mush brain. Squishy brain. It goes squish squish.
My brain has so many wrinkles.
Dude, all the wrinkles, bro.
No,
Well, no,
no,
wrinkles make you
wrinkles are good.
smarter.
My brain's smooth.
Very smooth.
Smooth brain.
brain.
But like,
Just a,
no,
just
competitive
a
Pokemon
nice,
has always been.
smooth
I would
little
love
pink
to get
guy
into
out
like
there.
TCG and stuff like that. I definitely have enough cards to be able to put together a
Oh
team too.
God, that's a metagame that I'm not gonna sit down and learn anytime soon.
See, I have someone who can teach me. I have friends who know how to play, but I'm also like lazy.
I have a vague understanding of how it works. I like dabbled in TCG Online when I was a kid, and I've played the Game Boy Color game. So I have a very vague understanding of the trading card game. But I know that first of all, it's an ever-changing landscape, even more so than the video games. And second of all, it's gotten much more complex than in Gen 4 when I was playing it on TCG Online as a kid, or in Gen 1, which is what the Game Boy Color game is. So Even the knowledge I already have, I feel like is basically null and void, and there's a lot of knowledge to learn.
Yeah.
I remember being semi decent at trading card game before. I don't remember a lot of like how that shit works. Because I tried to play the Game Boy Color game recently for a Let's Play with Demigloom, and it did not end well. I was not good at it because I did not remember how to play it. I was like, I know I've been okay at this before, but like I can't remember the ins and outs.
Yeah.
TCG is weird.
TCG's.
It's like, why would you even if you could play Yu-Gi-Oh instead? Like the cards are cool. I want to collect the cards because the card art is sick, and I want to have Pokemon cards. But in terms of the actual game, I'll just go play Yu-Gi-Oh. Like I don't need to play Pokemon. Even
So I
Yu-Gi-Oh is stupid nowadays. They just keep like they gotta add a new gimmick every time, and it just makes the game like more and more needlessly complicated. Like, what the fuck is a pendulum summon? I still don't understand an Xyz summon. I've used them before, but I've only used them because it's like, oh, I guess I can do this. I don't know why I can do this. I don't know what it costs me to do this, but it's letting me summon this really strong card, so I'm gonna do it. That's about my only experience with Xyz summons. I have a pretty decent understand the pretty well I won't say it, I have a okay understanding of synchro, but I
I
think
all these words are completely foreign.
or you not I thought you were at least somewhat a Yu-Gi-Oh guy. I might just be like mixing you up with other people, but
No, no, I know the equivalent of Gen 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh!
yeah. So original Yu-Gi-Oh was good. My I think my best Yu-Gi-Oh era is like immediately upon like the gimmicks happening more than once. It made the game like way too complicated. The best Yu-Gi-Oh ever was, I think, was GX, which was second generation, because it was like it was still mostly just like the normal game, but they had like the added mechanic of the fusion summons, which were like
Yeah.
cool and actually made sense. So that's about where the game was the best for me. Once you go farther and you get into all those weirder summons, it's like I don't really care. GX is about where it's best for me, which is why I like playing like those generational Yu-Gi-Oh games where I can just like play the GX campaign, or playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Academy for the Game Boy Advance, which is also during the GX era. So there's plenty of digital versions of the GX metagame that I can play. So I'm pretty much satisfied in my little Yu-Gi-Oh! GX bubble
Yeah.
rather than expanding into deeper Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, Deep Yu-Gi-Oh! Is rough.
Yeah. I mean, we have friends who we both have friends who could teach us. Fucking Gingy and Odin are massive nerds when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh. But it's like, yeah, I don't know if I want to learn how 5 different summons work. I don't know if I want that knowledge. I think I'm just gonna keep playing GX. Man, I do want to like go to real tournaments for like some of this shit someday, like Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh or something. Like just going to like a tournament venue and just like doing shit would be really fun.
That would kind of be fun, yeah.
Wonder if I could find there are no singles Pokemon tournaments. There might be somewhere, but the doubles probably rules the land by far because that's what gets you your practice in for VGC. I don't know. I don't like VGC. Why is there not a VGC singles? Why is it just doubles? Like even if they did like battle spot singles as VGC singles, like I'd be sad because it's not 6v6, but it'd be something. Like I can't do a doubles. I'm not a doubles man. I'm a singles man. Like if I have to learn battle spot and I have to learn to strategize with 3 singles Pokemon, so be it. That sounds more appealing to me than doing doubles in any capacity.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not super into all the competitive shit, but like I know enough to be able to hold my own. I probably won't win anything at all, but like you know what I mean?
For sure.
Like, if you look at my YouTube videos and shit, you'd be like, "Oh, you definitely have a background in some of this," and I'd be like, "No, I don't have a background in shit." It's called I know how to fucking battle with some of them, but that's about it.
I think I might go. So I'm definitely gonna get off the Discord call to like rest the throat until the Penguin video. So I'll probably go mess around on Showdown and see what I could do with Scarlet and Violet singles. Like, I know all the changes are gonna frustrate me, but the metagame is in its fledgling state right now, so I can kind of like experiment and hold my own because everybody else will also be experimenting. So it could be interesting and fun to try to get into it. Terra types again, interesting. My brain is not quite processed how I'm gonna deal with that yet.
Okay, so I've been working on, like, shit. Uh Pick 6.
What?
I
What did I
posted to
miss?
Teach Ahead podcast.
Okay. Hey yo,
New team idea. All
hey
red and
boys,
white.
red and white boys.
They're all red and white. These are the 8 red and white Pokemon from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Pretty good. Pretty high quality, I think.
You get Zangoose, Fortress, Crocodile, Delibird, Electrode, technically Voltorb as well, but I'm only doing Final Evolution.
Oh, yeah, they've actually started tiering Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet now.
You also get Vigoroth. Vigoroth is a technicality.
What the
Medicham
fuck?
and Amoonguss.
Well, I just got a member of the legendary quartet spoiled for me, and he's real weird.
Which
I don't
one?
know how I feel about this guy. Fucking Chiyu.
What's he look like?
He's a weird firefish
Oh, he's the
thing.
goldfish! He's the goldfish! Oh my god,
The
okay, the
goldfish.
goldfish is cool. There's another one that's cool, and then the other two are like, huh, okay. There's 2 hits and 2 misses, basically, with the legendary quartet.
Iron Valiant is OU. Okay. Mousehold isn't banned from OU yet.
Surprise Mousehold isn't yet. Is
I'm
the
running.
meta up on Showdown?
Yeah, that's the first thing I'm running is a fucking Mousehold. Technician. What's that item that does that thing?
Ah, there's no random
There's
meta yet.
There's not. That happened. You were there for us trying to do that on Pokemon Variety Hour, and
I
then
didn't know.
realizing it didn't exist.
Okay. Ooh, there's a Hackmon's Cup though for fucking Scarlet Violet. That should be
Ooh.
interesting.
Hey. Do you know what this fucking item is that makes population bomb cracked?
Let's see here. Wide lens.
Wide lens. Okay. Wait, wide lens just boosts your accuracy.
Oh, is there not a move that makes it? Oh, I guess boosting the accuracy makes it hit more often. I don't know.
Okay, that's fair. Actually, I can probably just check Mousehold Mogon. Oh, Smogon doesn't have it yet. Sick. Mousehold competitive. Trying to find. I don't think the strategy you're describing exists, Colo Shoe.
It does. I'm telling you, population bomb works. It's literally like a one shot. You got to run technician. Technician wide lens population bomb.
I don't think wide lens boosts the chances of population bomb hitting more. I don't think that works.
Okay, if that doesn't work, it boosts the accuracy of it then. I don't know. I
Although
don't know if that item exists or not. I could
fucking
be wrong, but
fucking
if
bullets
it doesn't, then you run fucking wide lens.
item for Mousehold. I I feel like this has to exist because fucking Bullet Seed is also on its list of recommended moves. All right, I found a 13-minute guide video, but it has timestamps. So let me see. There's a timestamp about item. Okay, items. Oh my god. Okay, this is not the strategy you were describing, but there is some cheese to be had with population bomb that this video just pointed out, and it's really cheesy and dumb.
No, you do the wide lens because population bomb has a 90% accuracy. Wide lens boosts it probably to 100, or at least 99%.
That's I don't think that. Okay, I listen. I just watched the video, and what they said. One of the items they said a focus sash, which makes sense. They said a silk scarf, which also makes sense. But their third one sounds really fun and cheesy, and it's King's Rock. Because
Oh
King's
yeah,
Rock
because
props that
each hit has
spin.
a chance to
Yeah.
flinch.
Yep.
Yes,
Yep. That's
I
what
think
I'm
we're
doing.
watching the same video. Mine doesn't have timestamps, but it does have them running the King's Rock.
Beautiful. It's a
Yeah, so
beautiful
Mousehold
thing.
is one of the broken Pokemon, but
Okay, I need to stop trying to team build while we fucking do a podcast. It's
it's
not gonna
the
happen.
competitive Pokemon cast. It's fine.
It will not occur. I'm trying to think of what would even be the best moves to run on this Pokemon. Its base stats are complete garbage. It really sucks.
You want to
Uh,
bump it up. You want to bump its speed all the way up.
for sure, speed is its best stat, but then you've got the rest of
For
its stats.
EVs, you're gonna want all in. You're gonna want all in speed and attack.
Yeah. That stuff's standard, but I'm trying to think of how this Pokemon even works without dying, which I think just might
it's defense.
not.
So I've been messing around with it. It lives to a decent amount. Fighting type hurts, but like at least in game, it doesn't die that often.
Okay. Low kick could be useful for big ol' steel type walls. Low kick, U-turn, bullet seed. That's what I'm going with. What else exists in this video game?
Oh, you're gonna want to set its Terra type to Ghost as well.
Why?
I don't know. That's what this person has it. Terra type Ghost.
Okay.
So fighting type moves can't hit it.
Ooh, that's good, but it's like I don't know if this Mousehold is gonna be what I want to Terra. Like you can only really apply like a Terra strategy to one Pokemon.
Oh well, yeah.
I guess not necessarily.
I mean, if you plan on sweeping with Mousehold, you're gonna run Ghost type, Terra type, Ghost Terra type.
Do you get a boosted move? I don't think it does. Oh, that's why you run wide lens, because it's 90% accurate, but each move has its own chance to miss. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, but I mean it's 90%, so it's not that glaring of a flaw.
No, it is. I've had it hit 2, 1, and 3 before. It's 1 to 10, not 2 to 5.
Okay, it's Sarah Ledge's OU. That's not surprising, but I feel like
Obviously, you run Bitterblade on him.
for sure. But just the speed makes him unfortunate. Or yeah, the speed. The speed is what makes him unfortunate. He has decent special defense, I suppose. Uh if a physical attack hits this Pokemon, defense is lowered by 1, speed is raised by 2. Okay, so weak armor definitely addresses some of that concern, but you have to get hit with a physical move and live.
Oh man! Well, welcome everybody to the first ever Pokemon competitive podcast,
This is the team building
competitive
podcast.
variety hour. I am your host.
Yep. It's true. Uh Focus Stash? Focus Sash. Or because his defense isn't awful. So maybe attack boosting berry? I feel like he probably outspeeds the whole non-boosted meta with weak armor alone. So I don't know if I'd do a speed raising berry. What do you think, Cola?
Bro, I don't do competitive enough for this.
Yeah, but I
shit.
mean, like, if you think about it, like, what do you think sounds most appealing to lead to a sweep with Sarah Ledge? Speed boosting berry, attack boosting berry, or focus sash?
Hmm. Probably Focus Sash. Or
You're
Citrus.
right, because a lot of the big physical moves he probably would die to. So, Swords Dance, Bitter Blade, Shadow Sneak for priority, and do I want X Scissor or Close Combat? Probably Close Combat. Okay, so we got Mousehold, we got Sarah Ledge. What else is rocking in this OU metagame? Fucking Garganackle, really? I was
He's
not
a paper
expecting him
rock
to be.
type,
I
so
was not expecting him to be a threat. He seemed like Golem is not a fucking threat. He just seemed like this gen's Golem, really. Well, I guess Salt Cure probably makes for some good stuff. There's
yeah, fair.
Goldangos in OU.
Goldengo is broken, I heard.
Hmm. What makes Goldango broken? Let's look at Goldango.
I
I
just heard
bet
that Goldengo is broken. I don't know why he's broken. He is a
whoa.
steel ghost type, which is cool.
Steel Ghost type is a cool type. I think it's probably. I would guess it's the ability. Let's look at what Good as Gold does. Good as Gold ability Pokemon. Pokemon with this ability are unaffected by other Pokemon status moves. Memento fails and the user does not faint. Curse used by a Ghost type fails without deducting HP from the user of Curse. Strength Sap fails without even restoring the HP of the user. It does not block status moves that target themselves, the other side of the field, such as Stealth Rock, or all Pokemon such as Haze. Does not sound like that's that good of an ability, so maybe there's something else.
I think he's broken for raids.
Yeah, that probably tracks. He does have dummy special attack, so it's just that
What?
he has powerful special attack.
What did you call it?
The dummy special, such as the phrase "dummy thick," but for special attack.
I thought you said Dommy with
No.
Dommy, and I'm like, I'm sorry?
I said dummy, like dummy thick, but dummy special attack.
I thought I heard Dommy thick with an O, not a
Yeah,
U. And
no,
I'm
no,
like,
no.
what the what?
No, 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 no.
Am I that old? Do I not understand lingo now?
Oh, hold on. Prankster. Let's see who's got prank. I saw somebody with prankster in OU. Is it only him? Yeah, it's only Grimmsnarl. Okay. What does Grimmsnarl even bring to the table? Fake out or not fake out. I just looked at the move fake out and I just said the words fake out instead of what I was supposed to say. What status moves does this fucker even have? No.
Fuck, I want a shiny Zangoose so fucking bad.
Okay, Grimmsnarl's not happening.
I could have told you.
I mean Grimmsnarl's in OU, so like he's good.
I don't know. I mean, obviously he's an OU, so he's good and he's usable. But I'm like, I don't like Grimmsnarl that much.
Does Meowscarada get Sword Stance? He doesn't, because he's a fast boy.
Oh, he's fast as shit.
I mean, he's in OU. He probably kicks some ass if used correctly. What is a good strat? Stab knockoff immediately is appealing. He has Thunder Punch? Damn.
Who?
That's a weird pull for a coverage move. Meowscarada.
I didn't know that. What?
that's a wacky ass.
I've been running fucking
move.
Flower Surprise Bomb and Night Slash.
Also, Sarah Ledge Terra type. Definitely going to switch that to Ghost because that loses Fire's weaknesses.
Yep.
He has some whack ass special coverage too for a Pokemon that is certainly physically skewed.
I am officially the owner of both Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet.
Nice.
Yeah, I paid about $65 to pick it up from GameStop.
Okay, knockoff, U-turn, acrobatics.
Riley, you want to give me a shiny?
I don't think I do.
You want to like, I don't know, what do they do at casinos? You want to blow on my Switch?
I'll rub your Switch. It'll make it.
Yeah, I need you to rub mine a little bit, get some luck.
Attack boosting berry
Hey, ooh,
Pokemon. Oh,
why? Hold on. What do you want a Pincurchin for? Pincurchin. Pin. Oh, fuck you. No, fuck you.
that's a good Terra type for Meowscarada.
Fire.
Fair.
No, I'd probably run grass, honestly.
Grass, that tracks. Maybe
You'd probably want to run double grass.
double grass stab. That does sound good. Does Terra really double stab? I feel like I've only heard you say that. No, I've heard Pokemon challenges say that. I trust Pokemon challenges. I also trust you,
You
but I
don't
feel like
trust me.
no, I also trust you, but I feel like you could have heard it on the grapevine and not verified it, whereas Pokemon challenges like fucking rips
Oh,
these
I don't
games
verify
apart.
any of the information I
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, no. Uh
Fuck legitimate sources. I just spew information out and hope that people are like, oh yeah, that's true. I read it here. And I'll be like, oh yeah, that's where I read it too. Did I hatch on my I did hatch on. So I'm just been running around in circles for no fucking reason. That's fucking great.
maybe I want to do dark.
Alright, I think we're at the 2 hour mark, by the way.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, I've been walking them through me building a team for half the team. I feel like I should wrap it up.
Okay, if you want to wrap it up, go ahead. I don't care.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
this one this episode was a lot better than the last one, so you can wrap it up. I don't care. I'm just sitting here shiny hunting. I have no input on competitive building.
3 more Pokemon.
Dragonite.
Dragonite?
Dragonite. Who's gonna run a Dragonite?
True.
Are you gonna expect Riley, be honest, are you gonna expect someone to run a Dragonite in OU?
Yes. Of
Why?
course.
Why?
Dragonite's an OU monster.
Yes, but like I feel like Dragonite is slept on a lot.
No, the Dragonite was like top meta last gen, and I think he's gonna be just as good this one. Okay, we want Dragon Dance. You want Roost, probably.
Are you running Dragonite?
Yes.
Why?
Because he's really good.
Run Ironhead with the Steel Terra type.
Okay. No, because then he relies on his Terra too much.
I mean, the only reason I suggested that is because I've caught a single Dragonite. He's level 60. He's level 76. His Terra type is Steel, and he's got Iron Head, and that's it.
He does not. Okay, he does not get dual wing beat this gen, which sucks.
Dragonite only got one wing
He
beat.
doesn't. He only gets one wing beat. He can only beat his wing once.
That's a sad life. You can only beat your wing once.
What a sad existence, truly. Dragon Dance is boosting speed, so you really don't need extreme speed. What kind of coverage do you have? What is your main throw? I guess ice types are your main threat, in which case.
Which is why you run
Edge.
Terra type Steel and you run Iron Head to get rid of ice types. If you choose to take it out. Or if you choose to leave it in.
Stone Edge. Okay, let me look at Iron Head. Okay, Stone Edge has 100 power, but the accuracy sucks. Iron Head has 80. Rock Slide has 75. So it's Iron Head either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steel Terra type probably makes sense.
Look at that. I got a competitive ready Pokemon that I caught in the fucking wild.
Alright, we got 2 more points to fill.
Let me help you with that real quick.
Clodsire is unaware, and he's a poison type, so he definitely gets toxic. Yes, please. Alright. Protect. Toxic. How do we fill the other two? Dual stab. Does he get recovery? Does he get slack off? Recover. He does get recover. Okay. Then he gets one move to attack with. What should that move be?
You could run normal ghost slacking.
I don't think slacking is meta viable.
What is slacking UU?
Slacking is like bottom tier every time, I think. I'll look in a
What's
second.
above OU? Isn't that UU?
OU is the highest besides Ubers, which is just where all the like cover legendaries live.
Ubers. Ubers. Yeah. That's UU is right below OU.
Okay, so I have a Claude Sire with Protect, Toxic, and Recover. I'm trying to think of what I'm gonna run in the fourth slot.
Sludge Bomb or Earthquake? Do you want
EQ...
some sort of attacking move?
People can immune out EQ though, so I probably want Gunk Shot.
What does Unaware do?
Unaware makes it so if your opponent uses like a Swords Dance or a Nasty Plot, you just like ignore it.
Oh, you don't want to run Water Absorb?
No, Unaware is much better than Water Absorb, I think.
See, again, I don't know. I'm running Water Absorb on mine, so...
Yeah, Unaware is a hidden ability, so I doubt that you're running that, but it sounds real fucking good. The only thing is that the physical defense is ass, but the HP is pretty high, so that should compensate a little bit.
Oh yeah, he's beefy as shit. He's slow as fuck, though.
Yo, getting weird with the meta. Defense boosting berry? This might be dumb. Hold on.
Are you dumb?
Am I dumb? The defense boosting berry Pokemon.
You could run Mimikyu.
I could run Mimikyu. Mimikyu's probably very solid. Ganlon berry. I'm gonna give him a Ganlon berry. Oh, but I'm already running Saraledge, so Mimikyu really doesn't fit.
Okay. You want to run Klefki?
Okay. Klefki is UU, so obviously people don't like him. What's an OU? Let's see if anything catches my eye.
What about Dunsparce? Is he OU or UU?
OU or UU. Fuck it. I can't speak.
Damn. Where's Zangoose sitting?
What's in here that's new? This team is mostly new besides Dragon Knight.
I can't believe you're still running a Dragonite.
Annihilate.
Annihilate would be cool, but you already have a ghost typing.
Chien Pao. Chiyu. I already have dark type, so I'm not running them. Cyclizer? Really?
Normal dragon, yes.
Okay.
He's a good. I've heard he's really good.
I don't know.
He's
He just seemed kind of like a baby to me. He didn't seem.
Oh yeah, no, he seemed like a baby to me, which is why I didn't run him. But like,
in Gambit, low kicks.
normal dragon is great.
I really thought low kicks was bug fighting. I truly thought that was what he was.
What is he? Bug what?
Bug dark.
Yeah, it makes too much sense to give him the fighting type.
What is Roaring Moon? What does photosynthesis do? No, it's a weather-based thing. I'm not dealing with that.
Unless you give it the booster energy as its item, and then it works.
What does Earthworm do?
Steel type.
Well, I knew that. Earth Eater. The Pokemon heals 1/4 of its match HP when hit by ground moves, ground immunity. That's really interesting. It would be interesting if I was running an electric type, which I am not. So not for this team. But
you could run Belly Bolt.
Belly Bolt is UU.
You know what? I'm gonna fucking pull up goddamn fucking. God damn it. Don't open Adobe Photoshop, please. Thank you.
It might just be old reliable time. Do I have any? I have like no special attackers. This is always my problem. What can I run as a special attacker?
Stop opening Adobe Photoshop, please. I don't right now.
I have an idea. Skeledirge gets Unaware as a hidden ability. Let's go.
So time to run Skeledurs?
I'm running Skeledirge. I have a plan.
You could run Quaquaval with Moxie.
Ooh, that is appealing, but I'm feeling Skeledirge at this particular moment.
You don't want to run.
I actually have a Pokemon with that exact same typing, so maybe. Well, no, because I need a special attacker. God damn it!
Dondozo gets unaware.
I'm just gonna scroll through Showdown and see when I see a high special attack stat, and look at the Pokemon. Charizard has higher special attack than he does physical. I never realized that.
Oh, here you go. Glimora, Rock Poison.
Ooh.
130 special attack.
Okay.
The next one
Ooh,
higher
and Toxic
than that
Debris is fun. Toxic Debris is very fun.
You could also run Iron Moth, Fire Poison, who's got 140 in special attack. Yeah, those are the two highest. You could run.
I already have
Flamebot.
Poison and Quags and Clodsire though, so I think.
Yeah, but you're gonna.
Glimora has that Toxic Spikes thing, which is really cool.
Toxic Debris is nasty. So.
You're gonna need setup. Well, actually, Nasty Plot. Who gets Nasty Plot? Let's see. Goldengo gets Nasty Plot.
But you already have a ghost type on your team.
That's true. And
You're
I already
gonna
have a dark type. Meowscarada gets Nasty Plot. What?
Run Iron Treads. Oh no, run Iron Valiant. He's got 120 special attack.
Ooh, that's true.
Fairy Fighting.
That actually works very well. Do you get Calm Mind, friend? You do. Calm Mind, Aura Sphere, Dazzling Gleam. Well, do you get Moonblast, actually? There's no downside to Moonblast, really. Aura Sphere, Moonblast.
Aura Sphere, Calm Mind, Moonblast, and
You get Recover, you don't.
you get Swords Dance.
No. Yeah, so he'd be a good physical guy, too. He's pretty balanced. Balanced for death.
And then the item you're gonna want to run is what's it fucking called? Booster Energy.
A Booster Energy.
For its item.
Quark Drive. Highest stat is 1.3 times or 1.5 times its speed. Damn! That's cracked as fuck!
Yeah. With boost, if you give it booster energy, it's automatic. If you choose not to give it booster energy, you need to give it a move that sets up electric terrain or have another Pokemon set it up before you switch out.
So cracked. That's insanely cracked.
Yeah, that's why booster energies are like impossible to find in game.
Does fighting resist poison or not? I don't think it does, right?
Yes.
It does?
Let me pull up Yield type chart. I like how if I type out type chart, the only thing that comes up is Pokemon. Alright, attacking is poison. It does not... Fighting does not resist poison.
Okay.
Poison attacking a fighting type does not, but attacking poison
is resisted.
Okay. Poison is resisted to fighting, but fighting is not resisted to.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I've got the team.
Awesome. You want to read it out?
Yep, we've got. Oh, hold on. There's some banned stuff.
What got banned?
King's Rock is banned on Mousehold. That's pretty good.
Of course it's banned. Funny. What else got banned?
That was it. The other thing was that I forgot to EV Meowscarada. What do I want to give Mousehold? Probably Silk Scarf. I guess Wide Lens now that it's free. Oh, is Population Bomb like it keeps hitting you until it misses? Is that why Wide Lens is good, actually?
Yes.
Mo's asking me where I am when I already told him I couldn't make it to the Mo show if he did it tonight. Okay, anyway, team. So, Mousehold, Wide Lens Technician, Population Bomb, Low Kick, U-Turn, and Bullet Seed. 252 in attack, 252 in speed, 4 in special defense, plus speed, minus special attack. We have Sarah Ledge, Focus Sash, Weak Armor, Sword Stance, Bitter Blade, Shadow Sneak, Close Combat, 252 in attack, 252 in speed, 4 in special defense, plus speed, minus special attack. Meowscarada with a Lychee Berry, which boosts attack, I think is the one I picked. The ability Overgrow, which, why would I do that? Well, is that what I want? Protean doesn't seem too appealing with the nerf. So I'm gonna keep Overgrow. Knock off U-turn, acrobatics, pedal blizzard, 252 in attack, 252 in speed, 4 in special defense, plus speed, minus special attack. We got Dragonite, Colochu's favorite member of the team, Dragonite.
I still don't understand why you're running a Dragonite.
He's so good. He's actually really good. We got heavy duty boots, multi-scale, Dragon Dance, Roost, Outrage, and Ironhead. We've got Clodsire, Ganlon Berry, Unaware, Protect, Toxic, Recover, Gunk Shot. And then we have Iron Valiant with Calm Mind, Aurasphere, Moonblast, and Psychic. Now, what I think the audience might want to hear is I won't narrate the whole battle because I'm not adding music to it, so it'll be awful. But let's just keep talking for a few minutes, and I will passively run a match, and I will let the audience know if this worked or not.
Do we have enough time?
What do you mean?
We're already over the 2-hour mark. We're fine.
We have all the time in the world, my friend.
Besides, this does allow you to stay up for YouTube recording.
That's
like
true. That's very
45
true.
minutes. So I guess let it run.
Okay, so my opponent is using some whacked shit. So Titan, Slow King, Low Kicks, Indeedee, Ampharos, and
Indeedee?
Salazzle. Yeah.
Indeedee? Why?
That's a wacky one. I don't know.
That is whack as fuck. I don't understand that shit.
I'm gonna lead Mousehold. So Colo. Yes. I have a question for you.
Actually, can I watch this battle? I want to see.
You can. I will send it to you.
I can,
You can find me. Yeah, Riely414. But what's your favorite alcoholic beverage?
Ooh. Watch a battle. Riely 414. There are no Gen 9 OU battles going on right now under Riely 414.
Alright, I will just send you the link then. When? Don't fucking question me, Mo Diggity. I told him, he told me that I did that, and he said when. Like, bitch. Don't you sass me.
Empty room.
Empty room? Oh, I guess you can't. Maybe you can't watch these yet?
Probably not. That's probably why it says no battle running. Fine. You could also share your screen too if you really wanted to. But
that would like break my internet probably. By the way, Mousehold alone has taken out 2 members of this team.
Yeah, Mousehold is broken.
Mousehold is going to get banned. There's no way.
There's no way. I'm surprised Mousehold hasn't gotten. Or Mousehold is gonna get dropped down to PU or UU if that.
3 Pokemon are dead.
Yeah, Mousehold is gonna get dropped to UU, and Population Bomb is gonna get banned.
Okay, yeah, Mousehold is down.
Who took Mousehold out?
It was a Salazzle.
How many moves did it take?
It was already at like 3%. I don't know. I killed 3 Pokemon with it before it died. That's really the moral of the story.
Yeah, Mousehold is broken. I told you this.
Terra Poison. Sludge Bomb killed in 1 hit. I don't know why. I forgot I was weak to poison. That's fine. I said I wasn't going to narrate the battle, but that's really all I can talk about.
I mean, that's the only thing going on. Go ahead and narrate at this point.
All right. Dragonite is the logical switch here. Of course you get the fucking poison chance, you bitch. Alright, we're gonna Terrastalize Steel. We're gonna Iron Head. It kills in one hit. Clean. Low kicks. I'm gonna also Iron Head you. Is that stab now? Oh, first impression, I'm dead. Cool. Ooh, but you're a physical boy. Say hello to my little friend. Stop. Why? Oh, he forfeited. He kept using first impression when it didn't work, and I'm like, why is he doing that? And then he forfeited. So yeah, so far, team working out pretty well, I think. And by team, I mean Mousehold. This is gonna be. It's gonna be. So this is much more broken than this was in Gen 8. I don't think this should have been banned.
What?
But this is giving me slight flashbacks to Garlari and Darmanitan, which I loved using a lot in Gen 8 OU when it first started, and I was pissed when it got banned. So I assume I'll go through the same phases with Mousehold.
Best not to get attached to the mouse family now, but you're going to anyway, so
I'm gonna enjoy it until it's gone at the very least.
Anyway.
Yeah, we've been going for well over 2 hours now. Thank you.
Is this the longest episode we've run so far?
Yeah, I think so.
Or was the one with Anaru? I think that one. What didn't that?
We didn't do one with Anaru. That was Variety Hour.
Did Variety Hour hit 2 hours? Who did we have?
Not Anaru. We've had Demigloom. We had Jason. We've had
Random Candor. Didn't that one
Random Candor? No, I don't think so. That one's like not even. I think it's close. Not quite.
I don't know why, but I remember one of the guests that you brought on ran for like almost 2.5 hours.
If it was anybody, it was probably Random Candor, but I feel like you're exaggerating a bit.
It's fine.
Anyway, gamers,
this has been Pokemon Variety Hour.
Yep. We'll see you. Well, we'll see. Our past selves will see you next week and the week after. Us in the future will see you the week after that.
Broken timeline.
Broken timeline. Let's go. Good night, gamers.
Present Colo and Riley. We'll see you in a few weeks.
Wait, we do like plugs at the end of this podcast. Colo, where can they find you?
Oh yeah, you can find me as Colochu. Anywhere.
Let's go. You can find me.
That's what I was gonna fucking bring up on this goddamn podcast.
Oh,
I saw a tweet from Elon Musk, and it brings
Mr. Elon Musk
Colochu brand. I screenshotted it and I saved it somewhere, and it is gone. Fuck.
Is it the tweet about freeing up the names?
Yes, but I wanted to like read it word for word.
Yeah, I don't know it word from word, but I know exactly what you're talking about. He did say he was freeing up like fucking 1 billion names or whatever.
Yeah, basically no account activity or login after a certain amount of time will just... Oh, here it is. Twitter will soon be freeing the namespace of 1.5 billion accounts. There are obvious account deletions with no tweet and no login for years. The Colochu brand is about to get taken on Twitter once this person gets their account banned.
It is shitty and gross for memorial accounts though. So honestly, I hope he goes back on this particular decision.
I hope it's like a person-to-person case. I hope it's not like, all right, go throw an algorithm on Twitter. Anybody who hasn't done shit in the past 4 years, get rid of them. But, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, my hope is that the one person holding the Colochu account hostage, who only speaks Spanish and I cannot have a conversation with, gets their account deleted so I can get Colochu branded on Twitter. But until then, you can find me on Twitter as Colochu54 and on the YouTubes.
Yay! You can find me. All I really care about is go listen to The Issue Crew. We're on YouTube at youtube.com/@theissuecrew, or we're on Anchor Anchor.fm/issue crew. That'll have links to the Apple Podcasts and Spotify feeds, which you can also just find with the search functions on those platforms. It's the Issue Crew. It's a cool podcast where me and 6 of my closest internet friends in various combinations get together each week. We talk about a topic. There's also a movie review show on that channel that also goes on the podcast feed, where it's mainly just me and Kathy, though occasionally other members appear. And we do movie reviews and also TV reviews, but we're not changing the name because fuck you. And that's it. So we'll see you next time.
Bye.